Welcome to another lesson with Ming. Today we talk more about factorization. Basically, this is a factorization of this particular form using this particular form: acx squared plus ad plus bc quantity times x plus bd. And this particular form, if you have this particular thing, then you can rewrite this as ax plus b times cx plus d. Well, if you can memorize this, excellent, good luck. But to tell you frankly, I can't really memorize this thing, this form. Usually I do it using this process called cross multiplication process. The way of doing it is to consider acx here, so acx, and the bd here, these two things, to consider this acx, the coefficient of x squared, and the constant term. I was going to write this thing in terms of column. What can I multiply together to get acx squared? So I write this as ax, for example, and cx, for example, in a column way. And bd, then I can rewrite this as in a column again, b and d, for example. So here, please put in the sign, plus sign, for example. Or it could be negative, depending on the situation. Negative give you plus. But in this case, I think it's going to be plus because the second term, the coefficient of x in this case is positive. So I need to have positive. If this happens to be negative, then the addition of after cross multiplication will give me negative. That doesn't work. Alright, so to continue, I'll have cross multiply. So that gives me bcx, and then cross multiply, that gives me adx. And then these two numbers, you add them together. So you get, for example, ad plus bc quantity times x. So this particular form. So if you can get ad plus bc times x, that is the middle term in this expression, then it's okay. Then the answer of this factorization will be just this ac, so horizontally. So it will become ax plus b horizontally and cx plus d times cx plus d. So voila, I'm done. If after addition, after cross multiplication, and you add up the result, that the result is actually not ad plus bc and x, that means you need to try again. You need to try this process again. This process doesn't always work, but if it works, it gives you an easy factorization way. I would recommend that you try maybe 2 or 3 times. If it didn't work, then you should proceed to another method, which I will talk about later on. Okay, let's practice this with this example. 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. First, I'm going to write 2x squared as a multiple of 2 terms in a column form. I can try 2x and x. 1 is easy, so it's just plus 1 and plus 1, because the middle term here is plus. Right, the coefficient of x is plus. So then I cross multiply. That gives me 2x. That gives me x, and this cross multiply, that gives me 2x. And if you add them together, that gives me 3x, precisely the middle term here. Okay, so then I will know that the answer to this factorization is 2x squared plus 3x plus 1 is equal to, horizontally bracket, 2x plus 1 times x plus 1. So that's it. And then I can move on to the next question. 2x squared minus x minus 1. So again, I'm going to consider 2 terms when multiplied together give me 2x squared. So it's, let's say, 2x and x. And here I have 1 and 1. But here 1 is minus. So one of the signs have to be minus. I can try putting a plus sign here. I can try putting in a minus sign here and a plus sign there. Okay, so this gives me minus x. This one gives me 2x. When you add them together, unfortunately you get x. This doesn't match with the coefficient here. Here's the coefficient 1, here coefficient -1, doesn't match. So it's not okay. So I can try again by doing it 2x and x. Now I reverse the sign, +1 and -1. So now this become x. Yeah, cross multiply, that become -2x. When you add them together, you get -x. Excellent. So the answer to this one becomes, right, the answer here is this and that. So that is equal to 2x plus 1 times x minus 1 over here. So that's my answer. Next. Alright, question number 3 and question number 4. Question number 3, again, we're going to consider two terms multiplied together give me 3x squared. Can you think of anything? Alright, great. We're going to have 3x and x. That's good. How about -2? Alright, we're going to have 1 and 2. Are you going to write 1 and 2 or 2 and 1? Alright, we can try 2 and 1, for example. And I want this to be negative. How can I do that? Can I put a negative sign here and a positive sign? Just trying it out. It may not work, but doesn't matter. I can redo it again. -2x, cross multiply, that give me 3x. Plus, oops, that's not going to work. That's going to give me x. It's not -5x. I'm going to try again. How about 3x and x? This time I'm going to put 1 on top and 2 below. I'm going to do it. Here I need to get a -5. So this, when I multiply together, must give you a negative number. -6x plus 1, for example, will give me -5. So cross multiply, that give me x. Cross multiply, that give me -6x. And if you add them together, -5x. That's good. This is okay. So the answer to that one will become here 3x plus 1 times x minus 2. Alright. Okay, now we proceed to question number 4. Here we need to think about two numbers that multiply together give me 5x squared. Okay, good. That will be 5x and x. How about 6? But remember, you have to add. After cross multiply, give me 13x. Cross multiply and add together give me 13x. Okay, we have two choices, 1, 6 or 2, 3. What do you think? I'll go for 2, 3. Okay, 2 and 3. So that give me 2x. That give me over here plus 15x. Oops. Unfortunately, when I add them together, I'll get 17x. That's no good. Let's rearrange the 2 and 3. 3 on top, 2 below this time. So that gives me 3x. Cross multiply, that gives me 10x. Oh, that's excellent. When you add them together, that gives me exactly 13x. That's good. So the answer to this one becomes 5x, remember again horizontally, right? 5x plus 3 times x plus 2. Okay, now